Brothers and sisters, my name is Trinity de Guzman, and I'm recording this video from beautiful Lake Atitlan, Guatemala. You can see there's a little bit of the lake there, and there's a volcano right there. And I'm here in Guatemala, and I'm sharing a beautiful update with you from my life as I realized I haven't really been sharing much about the journey that I've been going through, yet there's been so much that's happened that I can really use as fuel for lessons and sharings that I have to really be able to help those of you who are on this path, because we're all on this path together of really discovering our truth, letting go of the illusions of the mind, the constant mental noise and mental chatter, and almost feeling like we should live our lives in a certain way, growing up in the world that we grow up in. And really being able to find our deepest purpose, what makes us truly happy and fulfilled on the deepest sense. And there's been so much happening, particularly ever since I met this one woman who is now the mother of our child. And we just found out we are having a baby girl in September. A beautiful little baby that is this teacher and bringing me so much inspiration, guidance, and visions as to what the next steps are in my life. Because one of the things that I know I'm here to do in the world is create community. And right now we have an ayahuasca retreat center for, really coming back to the self, and really removing the obstacles that get in the way that we've picked up in the society that we've grown up in, like I've mentioned. And if you want to know more about that, you can click on the link in the description. But more importantly is this next vision, or this next community that is coming through when the time is right. And this community is all about children. It's all about bringing forth these children in the world in a way where they can really hold their divine spark, keep their truth. And many of us are on this journey looking for our purpose. And what if we came here and we never forgot our purpose? It would make things so much easier. And we weren't brainwashed by the society that we were brought up in. And so that's what this vision is all about. It's really about supporting mothers, especially single mothers, who are bringing these children into the world, and they have a vision. And if you're a mother or you're pregnant, and you have a sense that there is a way that you need to bring your child up in the world, yet you don't really know how that's going to happen in the city or in the society that you are currently in, then I'm sure we share a very similar vision of bringing up these children in a world where we really support them in every single way to really know their truth and never forget that. And truly, I believe that these children are the keys to our awakening on the planet. It is not us. We are here to basically cut the cords of unconsciousness so that we don't pass them on to our children. And just like they were passed on to us by our parents and our society, we have come here, and if you're watching this video, we have come here to be the ones to end the cycle of unconsciousness so we don't traumatize our children just like we were traumatized. No, it wasn't our parents' faults. They did the best that they possibly could. It's not our society's fault, and there's nothing wrong. And this is one of the greatest realizations that I've been having in my life, is looking around and seeing that even though there's all this, damage to our planet, or the way that people are living isn't the way that I would live, there's a beautiful place awakening within me that really does not judge any of it. Because in not judging anything external, not being against anything, then it really allows me to have this beautiful place within my own heart of not judging myself when I might slip up, or unconsciousness might arise. And that is a very important key for really creating change in our lives, as there are the 3 steps to creating any type of change in our lives. And there are the 3 A's, as they've been taught to me very recently. And that is, in order to create a shift in our lives, first is to accept what it is that we have within ourselves. And that is, for example, if there's a pattern of unconsciousness that you might have, first being able to, not accept, acknowledge it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, then you, of course, are unconscious to it. But once you acknowledge that there is something that you want to shift within, then you can do the second step, which is to accept it. And this is the most important, which many people skip or do not fully embody. And that is, once you acknowledge there is something that you want to shift. For example, I used to smoke a lot of cannabis, and I acknowledged that that wasn't something that was valuable or serving to me, because whenever I would smoke, it would really lift me up the first time if I haven't smoked in a little while. And then I would smoke again and again and again. And over days or weeks or even months sometimes, it would really bring down my vibration until I eventually realized that it was very unhealthy. And I wanted to see if there was a healthy way that I can have a relationship with this plant. And after seeing if I could maybe smoke and then not smoke for days or weeks and then smoke again, I realized every time I smoked, I wanted to smoke again. And we only have so much willpower every day. And what do you put your willpower towards is a really big question. For me, I don't want to use that towards pushing something away, but rather I would use that towards creating something amazing in my life and for others. And so I acknowledged that there was that habit or that pattern that wasn't serving for me. And then when I fully accepted it and didn't try to push it away and say it was wrong or bad, then I could fully step into the third step, which is to actively create a change. And so the first step is to acknowledge what it is within you that you want to shift. The next step is to accept it and fully accept it without any judgment, without trying to push it away because you think it's wrong or bad, but fully love yourself in that. And then the third step is to actively and consciously create a new habit. It's like there's a river, and your consciousness has been going down this river again and again and again and again, creating this habit almost unconsciously. And you have to basically be conscious enough so that, there's a fork in the river. Before your consciousness can go down that old river of that old habit that you don't want to keep anymore, you need to stop at the fork and carve a new river. And that is when you actively create a new habit. And that really happens when you can slow down at the moment when you see the habit or the pattern or the unconsciousness that used to be unconscious, but now you're conscious of it because you've acknowledged it and accepted it. And then you create and actively choose a new way of responding rather than going down the same old pattern. And so you only have so much willpower every day. And in the beginning, it takes a lot of willpower to create that change. But after 7 days, it becomes easier. After 14 days, it becomes a lot easier. And after 21 days, it almost becomes autopilot, this new habit. If you can shift from what you used to do for 21 straight days, 3 weeks, 3 is a very sacred and special number, then you can truly create, little by little, the shifts that you want to in your life. And if you really want to accelerate your journey, then Mother Ayahuasca, this blessed plant medicine from Peru, I've never found anything that can truly help us to create these shifts on a very deep level, as deeply and as powerfully and as quickly as this medicine, as coming to this teacher, almost like coming to the foot of Jesus or Buddha or another ascended master or whoever you look at as your spiritual guides. Really being able to have this direct experience with these higher vibrational teachers and masters. This plant, Mother Ayahuasca, is exactly that. It's almost like the spirit of Mother Earth that you can sit with, learn from, and receive her blessings right in front of her. And that is why I'm so passionate about sharing this medicine in the world, because it's allowed me and been such a valuable tool to really help me to become as conscious as I am. And of course I am ever evolving, but it's really allowed me to let go of so many layers of unconsciousness, so many habits and aspects of myself that kept me in suffering and pain that I didn't even know that I had. And so I share this video because I just had a beautiful ayahuasca ceremony the other night and just got out of a very powerful massage. And there's just some beautiful shifts happening in my reality where over the past 7 years, I have basically moved and traveled every 3 to 6 months. And here in Guatemala, at this beautiful Lake Atitlan, that's a volcano right there. I think I said that already, but it's such a powerful land. And it's the first place I'm going to have a home, where I'm signing a 1-year lease for a home here, where our child is going to be born, and really starting to step forward even more and more in the real gifts that I'm here to share with the world. Where in the past, I did a lot of doing. It was very much about what I created externally, where I'm really starting to understand on such a deep level that my greatest gifts are not from what I do, but they are from who I am and my presence, and really going deep into my healing and inner journey. And as a result, as I become a being of more light and love that I can possibly be, going deeper on that path as much as I possibly can, I automatically lift up the people around me. Just through you watching this video, there's a beautiful experience of a transmission energetically that will lift you up and will continue to do so even after you watch this video. And so with that being said, I really ask you to look at your life and see, where in your life are you not acknowledging the shifts that you know deep down inside your heart and soul is telling you that you need to make? Where are you denying yourself the transformation and the shift that you really desire on a soul level? And remember the 3 A's. To first acknowledge, then accept, and then actively change that which you want to change within yourself. So with all of that being said, with so much love, I invite you to learn more about our ayahuasca retreats by clicking on the link in the description below. If you feel that, we are so happy to support you on this journey, as there's nothing more powerful than taking that quantum leap in consciousness that this magical plant and medicine can really help you to experience, plus everything else we bring together to support you in your journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.